welcome to the Back Chatter Podcast. I'm Bryan. Got a little bit of a summer cold going on. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from my co-host Adam as we come back from a little bit longer summer break than we anticipated to get you caught up on our golf games. But before we get to that, I want to remind you that I've got a piece coming out in issue 33 of the Golfer's Journal, which should hit mailboxes the first week of September. The piece is called Grateful to the Game, and it's all about losing my son Parker 5.5 years ago and the role golf played in our relationship and my healing. Even if you don't subscribe to the journal, you can order a back issue of issue 33 once it's released for, I think it's $25 if you want to check it out. And I hope you do. I'm really proud of the piece, and I am grateful that the Golfer's Journal published it, so keep an eye out for that. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the biggest events that Adam and I had on our golf calendars coming off of our member guest win at Honeybrook. For Adam, that was the Honeybrook Club Championship, which we'll talk about second, and for me, that was the conclusion of the Meadia Heights Summer Men's League and also the Meadia Heights Charter Cup. Now, Summer Men's League at Meadia is a 7-week season. The first 6 weeks are essentially the regular season and are played to determine seeding for the final match in week 7. The format of Summer Men's League is quota, which I'm sure most of you listening to a golf podcast already know about, but if you don't, it's a game based on handicap where you earn points for doing well on a hole, and if you make worse than a bogey, you get 0 points. The better golfer you are, the more in the hole you start. Now, as a 7 or 8 handicap, I started off most of my quota rounds with negative 29 points, and I needed to try to get back to 0 or maybe even into the positive by playing well. Bogeys are worth 1, pars 2, birdies 4, and eagles are worth 8 points. The great thing about Men's League is that you don't have to play all 6 weeks. You just need to play at least 2. Whether you play 2, 3, 4, 5, or all 6 weeks, it's only your best 2 rounds that count. And if those best 2 rounds get you into the top 8 of the standings at the end of the regular season, you make the finals. Going into that final week, week 6 of the regular season, I was in 13th place out of about 20 golfers, with 1 shot left to vault into the top 8 and make the following week's playoff. On my way home from that final round, I sent Adam a video message letting him know how it went. Hello, my friend. Driving home from Meadia? Thought I would give you a recap of the round that I just had because it was interesting for a couple different reasons. Today was the final Wednesday of Summer Men's League. I believe I am in 13th place going into today, having only played 2 of the 5 weeks, and so I needed to leapfrog, 5 or 6 people, have a good round today, needed to make a bunch of birdies, to hit my quota, and I think I was at -5 in the standings. All right, here we go. Hole by hole. Hole number 1, good drive, good approach, leave the birdie putt woefully short, but hit the par putt. Hole number 2, I crush my iron, lands on the green, too much speed, goes into the back bunker in a terrible, I won't go hole by hole, in a terrible lie. Like, somebody in front of me did an awful rake job, and there's like a mound of sand behind my ball. And meantime, I told these guys that I'm playing with, I'm like, hey, I know you guys are just goofing around, but I'm in Wednesday Men's League, so I have to put everything out, and they were like, okay, yeah, cool, that's fine. So I had this big mound of sand somebody left behind my ball, and tried not to get too much of it, and ended up clipping too much ball in the process, and went off the front of the green, made double. But then on hole 3, made a easy par. Hole 4, easy par. Hole 5, now we get to the easy stretch of the golf course, right? Short par 4. I flush my drive, but I pull it a little too far left. They took down the one tree that you hit into the first time you were there, but there's still a couple trees over there. I hit the left side branches of that tree, but they're thin branches. We get down there, can't find the ball. Cannot find the ball. You've got to be kidding me. So we looked for a solid 5 minutes. Couldn't find it. So I have to just take a double and, you know, not get any quota points for that hole. Super frustrating, because if I find that thing, I'm probably making par, but definitely making bogey. Anyway, that was annoying. Hole 6, the par 5, I hit a crappy chip, but I still make par. Hole 7, oh, I'm in the right trees, sort of, so I can't totally go at the pin. I leave it short. I'm like 5 feet, 10 feet short of the green. Try to hit a pitching wedge chip shot. Don't catch it the way I want to, but it is tracking to the hole the whole time. Goes right in from 10 feet off the green for birdie. Hole 8, I missed the green short, but hit a delightful chip to 2 feet, tap in par. Hole 9, I have a 2-putt par, so I turn at 3 over, and my one, yeah, with 2 doubles, one because I got a freaking bad lie in a bunker and didn't play it properly, and one because of a ball in pocket on a drive that was not that bad. Just freaking, the Meadia rough is long and I couldn't find it. Hole 10, I make par. No, I make bogey. I miss the green short, and I miss like a 6-footer. 11 is the par 5. I'm on in 2. I've got 25 feet for eagle. I leave it 3 feet short, but I make the 3-footer for birdie. Hole 12, drivable par 4. Hit probably my best drive ever on that hole. Not sure if it's gonna actually get to the green or be on the right line, but it seemed like it'd be good. We get up there, ball's in the middle of the green, pin is back right. Missed that eagle putt by 6 inches. It was right down the fall line, moving a little bit right. Just a touchy little putt, and I hit a great one. I just missed the line. Tap in birdie. Hole number 13, short par 3, hit a great tee shot that's cutting right towards the hole. It lands 8 feet from the hole and rolls to like 4 feet. I hit the putt. 3 birdies in a row. We get on to 14 tee box, dogleg left, par 4. I hit a great hybrid, and at that point, I'm the whole time I've been thinking quota points, and at that point I'm thinking, wait, I actually have a really good round going here. But then I was like, but you know what? The score doesn't really matter. Plus, like, I was in pocket on the hole 5. I didn't go back and hit another tee ball when I couldn't find my drive, so I'm like, whatever, I don't care about my score. I hit a great approach into 14 green. You know, that green is really slopey and hard, right to the bottom of fringe. So I've got to putt up the hill like 20 feet for birdie. Worried about not getting it there. I hit it on the perfect line, but I crush it. And it is flying towards the hole. Goes right in the center of the cup, hits the back lip, so much speed, pops up, and falls outside of the hole like 3 inches. Could have been a birdie, but if it doesn't hit the hole, it's like 8 feet past, and I might be screwed. So tap in par, I'm okay with that. 15, it's that downhill par 4. My drive is a little further right than I want to with my patented fade on it, and it, like, we see it. It's like not terrible, it's not in the tree line, but it's approaching the trees, and we actually see it clip one of the branches and kind of fall. And so everybody's like, okay, that, you know, we'll find it, that'll be fine. Get down there, can't find it. We looked for too long, and we just can't find the ball. So freaking frustrating. Yeah, just beyond frustrating. Meanwhile, we're like getting hit into because of stupid blind shots on the course, and so I have to go in pocket again, take a double so I don't get any quota points. It's stupid. Go to hole 16, really hard, you know, long par 4. They've got the tee boxes, using the left tee box, which I hate, with my cut, and I drive it directly on the start line I want, but a little bit further left and with no cut, and it just like goes into a bunch of branches and nobody sees it. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, we'll find it down there. We're looking for my ball, can't find my ball. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. There's no way. This was the worst of the 3 drives. The first 2 I couldn't find, but still, like, you should be able to find this ball. But the rough is just really thick, not crazy long, but long enough. And this one, like, nobody saw it after it hit the tree, so we're driving up and down. Can't find it. Then all of a sudden, one guy, like, further up goes, wait, there's a ball up here in the fairway. There's my ball.
it was a good drive, and even though it clipped a branch, it remained a good drive right in the middle of the fairway. I hit a 5-iron to the back of the green, hit my birdie putt 5 feet by, but make the comebacker for par. Par when I thought maybe I was going to be in pocket again. 2 holes left to go to par 5, 17th. My drive leaks right. I've got to punch out, but I hit a good hybrid, and then nip a nice wedge to like 10 feet. Fortunately, missed the 10-footer for par. Tap in bogey, and then on the final hole, I hit a hybrid to the front of the green. I've got like 40 feet. Hit a decent one to like 4 feet, and make the 4-footer for par. So, sorry, that was hole by hole. But a 75, a 4 over 75 with 4 birdies, including 3 in a row at one point, with 3 doubles, one of which was from a bad rake job. I probably would have made bogey there, but not a double. 2 of which were for drives that were okay, and I couldn't find the ball. And I think 1 bogey, and everything else, or 2 bogeys and everything else pars. Is that right? +6, +7, +8. Yeah, +8, +4, 75. Yeah. Anyway, my quota was, I think I got to 36 points, and I was 29 to start, -29. So I think I got +7. So this could vault me into the top 8 and put me in the playoffs next week. This was without a doubt, my most solid round ever at Meadia. I don't know what the difference was. I don't know why. I mean, I played pretty good last weekend. It was wild. Not wild. Interesting. Interestingly wild. And wildly interesting.
A few days later, I found out that round had not only vaulted me into the top 8 of the standings, but it had pushed me all the way to 2nd place. And what was better was that you started the final round with however many points you had in the standings. My friend Sam was in 1st place with 7 points, and I was right behind him with 6 quota points to start. The next closest competitor would be starting with 1 point, and the rest of the top 8 were starting even further in the hole. The day before the Men's League final, I'd been invited to play at DuPont Country Club down in Wilmington, Delaware, and I played really well, shooting 77 on a course I had never seen before. I took those vibes to Meadia the next day, but unfortunately, I did not take that game into the final round. Coming off an opening hole bogey, I birdied the par 3 second hole, but that would be the lone bright spot of the day. I only had 4 pars the entire round, and I had just as many doubles, including on my final hole. It was a disgusting 86 that dropped me from 2nd place to 4th place, barely finishing in the money. Why did I play so poorly? Who knows? It's golf. While I didn't really feel nervous on the first tee, the round definitely meant more to me than just a casual round, but then again, it was nothing like the pressure of the Honeybrook member guest where I played great. It was just a frustrating day, but it was fun, and before I left the club that day, I had already signed up for a tee time for week 1 of the Fall Men's League. At this point, I turned my attention to the weekend's Charter Cup. Meanwhile, Adam was focused on the Honeybrook Club Championship. Speaking of which, while I was out finishing Men's League, Adam was at Honeybrook getting in reps before the club championship. He sent me this video while he was out on the course.
Hi. I am through 16 holes at Honeybrook. I've bounced around a little bit, so I'm on 9. Then I have to go play 18 again. I have played so well. I have 14 pars in 16 holes. 1 bogey, 1 double bogey, so I'm 3 over. I am not exaggerating when I say all 14 pars have been literal tap-in pars. I've tapped in every one. I haven't picked one up because it's a club championship. The furthest one was on hole 3. I missed the green right, chipped up to 3.5 feet. It was the only par so far that I've had to line up. I have hit 13 of 16 greens in regulation. A lot of them reasonable looks. I have not made a single one. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. I've never had, in one way, never a steadier round, but I'm on pace to shoot 73, 74. If I had made some putts, I could have shot 65 today. It's nuts. That was, almost without a doubt, one of the weirdest days of golf I've ever had. So I just finished another 9 in like an hour because the front 9 was empty. So I played 27 holes of golf today. I made 21 pars, 0 birdies, doubled 5 twice, and then had, what is that, 4 other bogeys? Yeah, 4 other bogeys. So 27 holes, 21 pars, 4 bogeys, 2 doubles, 0 birdies. I hit 19 greens in regulation. I don't know how to say this for a guy who did. I did not make a putt over 3.5 feet today. That is not an exaggeration. 3.5 feet. And so that's what's weird about it is the ones where I got up and down, they were tap-ins. I had 19 greens in regulation where I did not 3-putt all day. So I didn't putt badly. I didn't hit a bad putt all day, but none went in. And obviously that means I played great. I felt like I played phenomenal in every area of the game. But it means obviously I didn't have any where I knocked it so close that the birdie was automatic, right? But at the same time, I had a lot of good looks, like from 15 to... I had so many 15 to 20 foot birdie putts, I can't even tell you. More than I've had in a very, very long time. And just barely missed all of them. Didn't hit a bad putt. My speed was perfect all day. Didn't leave one short. Didn't run one by. Every single one. Just missed one of the edges. It was crazy. I don't even know how that's possible. It's such a statistical anomaly. I shot 74 on the first one, then I did shoot 39 on my extra 9. But even there, hit the ball solid. I feel great about the weekend. I feel like, if you hit the ball like that, you're gonna play well. To the degree to which I shot the highest score I could shoot with the game I brought today is out of this world. I mean, everything was working. It wasn't sloppy. I made doubles I made 2 doubles on 5 without putting it in the water, which is impressive. So those were ugly. Everything else was just like, the bogeys were just like, yep, just missed the green. Didn't hit a great chip and just missed it, I don't know. I'm not gonna just ramble on about this for an hour, but my goodness, 21 pars.
So needless to say, Adam was feeling pretty good about his game going into round 1 of the club championship, but his tee time wasn't until the afternoon that Saturday. My tee time was that morning for day 1 of the 2-day Charter Cup at Meadia. Here's what I sent to Adam on my way to the course around 7 a.m.
Good morning, my friend. You're probably not up yet. I hope you're not up yet. I'm on my way to play. I've got a 7:50 a.m. tee time this morning for the Charter Cup, which I like. You know me, I'm a morning person. I love that. I'm gonna have 18 holes over and done by lunch. Fantastic. You've got a big round today as well. You've got club championship. I'm excited about that. Beautiful day. Beautiful weekend for the club championship. My gosh, it's fantastic. Here's the deal with my Charter Cup, and I'll explain this, I guess, on the podcast as well. So this is its own little 2-day tournament where a winner will be crowned, but it also does feed into the club championship. I am in the first flight with 15 other guys, and everybody is right around my handicap. I think everybody is basically between a 7 and a 10. Might even be tighter than that. 16 guys this weekend. It's a net event, but because everybody in my flight is so close, It's strokes won't matter that much, though I'm sure they will a little bit. But the cool thing is, you got to finish in the top half of the flight to make the club championship, which I kind of love. So 16 guys, but only 8 will make it out of the Charter Cup into the club championship, where it's a bracketed match play. So that's my mission this weekend in Charter Cup. Obviously, I'd love to win it. There's no reason I can't. But beyond that, just got to finish in the top half, and then I got a 1 in 8 chance of winning the First Flight Club Championship. Anyway, I cannot wait to hear how you played today. I got a good feeling. I know you do too, so.
Hello, good morning. I played again yesterday. Another 18 at the Brook. Got 76 with 13 more pars. It's crazy. I didn't make a birdie again. I have now 45 holes into a birdie drought, but still feel like I'm playing well. And it's weird. It's the weirdest stretch I've had at Honeybrook in a long time, and I assume it means birdie deluge today. Because I'm gonna break the seal on like maybe the first hole. No, not the first hole because I'm teeing off 10. But I'm gonna break the seal, and the floodgates will open, and all these putts that are. I have also, how crazy is this? Not 3-putted in 45 holes. So don't feel like I'm putting well, but no 3-putts in 45 holes. And it's like, that's insane. There's a police officer, so I'm gonna put my phone on my lap for a moment, because I don't want a ticket today. I don't want a ticket today. Guess what Adam doesn't want? It's a ticket today. I don't want a ticket today. He's not coming after me, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, you know? Because I don't want a ticket today. Yeah. So I feel weird about my golf game because I haven't shot a good score really all year, but I feel more capable of it than I have all year. And we'll see. I could totally see myself shooting 70 today, and would not at all be like, where did that come from? I could also see myself shooting 78, you know, and being like, yeah, I know where that came from. I'm pretty aware of where that came from. Hope yours is going well. I almost said does go well. Hope it is going well. Yeah, let me know what you want to do later. I'd love to sit on the patio or in the bar and do that and pretend like you're still a member at Honeybrook.
So that's what we did. I drove over to Honeybrook later that afternoon. Adam and I grabbed a booth in the restaurant, and I turned on the mics.
Hi, Bryan.
Hi. We both played golf today. I played.
Yep. Hold on. Excuse me.
I told you to wait for the cigarette till after.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we both played golf today. I played in Media's Charter Cup, which is how you qualify for their club championship. You actually played in the first day of the Honeybrook Club Championship.
Yeah. How did your day go?
I birdied the first hole.
That's good.
That was, yeah, let me give you the highlights.
Whips out a scorecard.
There aren't too many, and it was actually the lightest pencil ever. Followed up an opening birdie with 2 bogeys. Then I parred the par 3 fourth, which is the long par 3. It kind of gets you through the gauntlet of the course. I was +1, so I was pretty happy with that. Par 5, par 6, bogeyed 7, par 8.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anything else for you with us?
No, I think we're good.
Good.
Thank you. These wings look delicious.
You can dig in while I talk.
I'm gonna eat a wing. I'm gonna take the mic off.
Yeah.
For those with what's the term?
ASMR?
No, the people who hate the sound of chewing.
The anti-ASMR.
Yes, anti-ASMR. All right, I'm gonna listen while I eat this wing.
Made par in 8, made bogey on 9, turned in 38. with 3 over 38. No doubles on the front.
That seems like a good spot.
We get 1 birdie. Feeling pretty good about that. Turns out that we have 12 people in the first flight. And pretty happy about the 38. But then I start off the back not so great. 4 bogeys in a row, including the par 5 11th, where I'm just long of the green in 2, but I am in. It's like a random patch of like Bermuda grass, where the ball, like I can almost not see it down.
The rest is bent.
Yeah.
The rest is bent. We got 1 patch of Bermuda.
I don't know if it's actually Bermuda, but I'm like.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no. It's not actually 1 patch of Bermuda.
It's some kind of. It's not bent grass. I'll tell you that much. It's some kind of different grass. Bad lie, and you couple that with a bad swing, and suddenly I'm green side in 2, and then I'm walking off with bogey. So that bogey hurt. 12 the drivable par 4. Made a not great driver swing and scrambled to make a bogey there, and then 13, the short par 3, that's very much downhill. I hit the green, but it sucked back off and proceeded to roll down the hill until it found a really thick clump of grass.
A chunk of Bermuda?
Not Bermuda this time. This was bent.
I'm gonna tell you, this is the only wing I'm eating while we record. This was a horrible idea. What a horrible idea I had with trying to eat this. Like, I gotta get a napkin to even continue.
Yeah, we don't have napkins, so we need them.
I don't know why I thought I could record while eating bone-in buffalo wings. We didn't go boneless.
No,
We went bone-in. Brian's been telling me this scorecard while I covered my beard in spicy buffalo sauce. And I'm like,
Sucking your fingers.
You know, I've got to tell you too.
Yeah.
Halfway through, it was partly that I'm like, this isn't gonna work. Partly, I'm like, maybe I got it in my head. I was like, maybe Brian was joking when he said you can eat while we record, and so then I was in my head about the fact that I was eating it.
Okay. I was not being sarcastic. Almost done with mine. I made bogey on the short par 4 12th. I made bogey. On my tee shot on the short par 3 13th sucked off. That was 5 bogeys in a row. But then a par 14 was right. I was short-sided on 15, which is the downhill par 4.
Yep.
And just hit an amazing pitch shot to like
Amazing.
a great pitch shot to like 12 feet.
Would I have been amazed, Brian?
No, but you would have said that's a great shot.
Yeah, I would have. I'm sure.
And then hit the putt, so I saved par there. Made par on 16, sloppy bogey on 17, but hit the middle of the green on 18, the finishing par 3. Had a tap in par. That's a 38-41 for a 79.
Okay. Was that good for what you needed to do today?
It is. So I got clarification on what the Charter Cup is. It is its own event. It's a net event. So in that, I'm 3rd in my flight right now in the net standings. It is also qualification for the club championship, but that's gross.
Right.
And in that, I'm 2nd in my flight, gross.
Well, that's fantastic.
So, and top 8 make match play.
So you're in.
So yeah.
I mean, you're not in, but you got work to do.
I got work
Brian,
to
hey,
do.
Sorry, Brian. Let's take this 2 rounds at a time.
No.
So you did what you needed to do.
Yeah, I avoided doubles. Only the 1 birdie to start the round, but played solid. So
good.
I'm in the final. I'm in the final group in my flight.
Love that.
It's threesomes.
So
and
that's
I'm in the final threesome.
go win your flight in the Charter Cup.
Yeah.
Which is something I've said to you how many times? So you feel good?
I feel good.
That's
I feel
good.
good. I'm excited to go out there. There is one slight complication.
Okay.
Before we get to year round.
All right. I love complications.
I forgot to put the club championship on my calendar.
Ooh.
And it's August 16th and 17th, Saturday, Sunday. Friday night, August 15th, I will be at Fenway Park for a Sox game with my son-in-law.
It's interesting you didn't invite me. That's with your son-in-law. Interesting.
It wasn't my invite. My brother-in-law got some tickets from a vendor.
Sure.
And he knows I've been trying to take Luke, so he offered me 2 tickets. Again, I could have said.
So
Luke's
would you say Luke is the biggest Red Sox fan you know?
No, he doesn't like the Red Sox.
That's interesting. An interesting decision. Who are they playing?
Miami.
Miami. Okay. Is he a big Marlins fan?
No, he's just never been to Fenway, and I keep telling him I'm going to bring him to Fenway.
Okay,
so.
well, I mean, maybe when the Phillies go there, maybe when he's...
I don't want him there when the Phillies go there. I want him there when an NL East rival is there, so that he can join me.
Do you consider the Marlins an NL East rival?
Not really. Their sub 500 record, but now I'm like, I honestly don't know if I'm going to play in the club championship because it's logistically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do they know you well enough that I can't just slip in there? I'll just slip in as you.
I'm looking at the way you look right now. I think we can pull it off.
I think we can do it. I think we can do it.
I'm Bryan Lane.
I am.
Any thoughts for me on logistically making that work and/or predictions on if I will try to make it work?
I do not think you'll try to make it work.
I don't think so.
No, I think you've already decided it, and you want to keep it open just in case anything changes. I think you're like, no, I'm not going to rush home from Boston for this.
We already kind of were planning on.
Okay, then
not rushing home. But
then why are you having me guess? You've already made plans.
Well, this would be we were planning on let's get back like Saturday as soon as we can. But my tea time is going to be at like 8:30 in the morning, so it's going to have to be at like.
You'd get back super late, be there super early.
Yeah.
I've seen you on Little Sleep, and you were
Not
in
great.
an alternate universe. You were sitting with Josh Palgi on the second hole of Tobacco Road, and you said to me, "I feel like I'm dreaming." Is what you said to me.
Not at my best. I'm not, for the record, I'm not giving up hope of playing in the club championship.
Okay, good.
I want to try to make it work, and I feel like Luke might be up for hey, let's knock 3.5 hours out of this drive tonight, get a random hotel in like New Jersey, and then wake up at 4 a.m. and get me to my tea time kind of thing.
Why not just go through the night if you're doing it?
I don't know. I'm just worried about like dying.
Oh, wow. I think ultimately we're all worried about that.
And speaking of worrying about dying, maybe it's time to talk about.
But then there's the times, unfortunately, when you desire it.
So,
holy cow.
As I've been
I'm
doing.
sorry, I feel like I'm not giving you enough attention. I'm not in a good place. You're at Honeybrook, 20 minutes after my round. And so I want to give you all the attention that you deserve for your good round at
I don't.
the Charter
It wasn't
Cup.
that good of a round. It's
It was
fine.
a good round,
It's
but
fine.
I'm just saying, I haven't even had the hour, I haven't had the drive home to be like, all right, my kids still love me. And
that's why I really wanted to hit record, was because you need to process this real time.
And today was. I don't want to be dramatic.
Yeah.
I don't want to be dramatic. I don't know if I'm going to play tomorrow. Okay. I was completely lost in every way. And so what's weird is, so I got to give a little preface. I've told you a little bit of this.
Yeah.
I actually put some work in this week.
Yeah.
And it was seemingly working.
Yeah.
So I played, but at the same time, one of the weirdest periods of golf of my life where I've been working on some slight swing changes. Jason Nickel gave me some things that really were helping me. I was ball striking pretty well. I was really solid. I was making a ton of par. So I played in the 4 days leading up to this tournament. I played 45 holes of golf here. And I made 33 pars in those 45 holes. But in those times I broke 40 every 9, but I shot like 76, 74, 76, 77. I'm counting I'm listing another round in there, but then that extra 9 I shot like 37. And so it's frustrating because I'm playing to this, like, I'm a 4 handicap now, and I don't mean I'm playing like a 4 handicap. I'm literally a 4 handicap this year.
Yeah.
I'm actually a 4 handicap. I was a 0.1 starting the year. I am a 4.1 right now.
Yeah.
And so what happened was, here's why this is crazy, right? I hit an absurd amount of greens in regulation in these practice rounds. Did not 3-putt in 45 holes.
Great.
Okay? Did not 3-putt in 45 holes. Also did not make one birdie in 45 holes. Which is not even possible. Like, it's not even possible. So I'm shooting 74, 76, no birdies. These are just the few bogeys that leak away, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like, I don't even know what that means. So I'm like, so a 45-hole stretch at Honeybrook, I definitely averaged 3.5 birdies around at Honeybrook.
Right.
I've had 7 around Honeybrook. Like, there are birdies to be had for me around Honeybrook.
So you don't know what it means. What it could mean was that you were due.
Well, so I had.
I'll skip ahead here a couple minutes to Adam actually talking about his round.
So we get out today. We're teeing off on 10, which is annoying. So we're just starting off on a 220-yard par 3, and I leave my first shot. I hit a 4-iron. It's just short left. I chip it up to like 8 feet, make the putt. So I'm like, okay, like we're going.
There we go.
Okay, we go to 11, where I hit 2 great drives in the member guest. Cold topped it. Cold topped it. I don't even know what that means. I cold topped it. I hit a hybrid up close, hit a pitch to like 15 feet, hit a good putt, just miss it, make bogey. I proceed to, I don't even know how, because I could feel my swing was off.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was not striking the ball well, but I was holding on. I parred the next 5 holes. So I par holes 3 through 7. Okay?
A par 5, a par 3, a short par 4.
All of Amish Corner, I par all of Amish Corner, still missing some birdie putts. I'm playing solid enough to hit greens in regulation, have looks at birdie to get back to even, and I'm just missing them. Tap in.
At this point, are you feeling like something's off? Or are you trying to deny it?
My swing is off, but I'm like, okay, I'm off, and I'm 1 over through 7. If I find a little something here, I often find something on the back, right? Then we could make a run, like let's, and again, just play steady like this, and you're gonna shoot. If you keep playing like this, you're gonna shoot 72, 73. We get to 17, which is our 8th hole, and I block a 6-iron 50 yards right. So I'm in the fairway of 13.
Yeah.
Over there. So, and then I've been hitting these great pitch shots, which have just been saving me in all these rounds, and I blade it back, like, so it was a front right pin, and I block it in like 40 feet past. I hit a great putt to try to save par, but it runs 4.5, 5 feet by in the end, and I thought it was going to stop perfect. My speed's been so good recently. That's why I'm not 3-putting. I miss the putt and make double. So I'm suddenly 3 over through 8. We go to 9 from the back tees, cold top it into the crap in front of me.
Oh, no.
Second cold top driver of the day. Hit a great second drive. Make par on my second ball for another double.
I have seen you hit hundreds and hundreds of drivers. I don't know how many cold tops I've seen you hit with a driver. Like 1?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So second cold top, and this one dead.
Yeah.
Completely dead. We go to 1. It's because we're playing the back first, so we're going to 1. I hit the funkiest little squirting right low driver. The second lake. Hits the back of it and skips through. I literally hit the water. I've never hit it in the water there. I hit it left in the water many times. It's called Lake Shorey. Yeah. So this one skips right through and gets through. I hit a terrible approach shot. Can't get up and down. So I was 1 over through 7. I am suddenly 6 over through 10. I make par on 2. I hit the worst shot I've ever hit on 3. I flip one with my wrist, pull hook one, 30 yards left and 30 yards short. I try to hit a good approach shot, like one that kind of runs down. It gets hung up in the rough. I chip one down, miss the putt, make another double. And so then from there, it was nothing. Oh, then the only other notable. So I leaked oil the rest of the way, but I was making pars on 7. I hit a fine tee shot. I hit a putt to 20 feet for the millionth time in the last week. Just run it by the edge and just right on the high side. I leave myself 10 inches. I walk up and just brush it, and it rims out, and I miss it. So I make bogey on 18, my 18, and shoot 82.
Throw the ball into the...
And then I threw the...
I saw that.
Oh, did you see that? so you knew how things were going.
Well, I gotta say, I did not know how things were going. And then I saw you do that, and I was like, oh no. What?
Yeah. No, it's the...
Because in my head, I thought, in my head, you were playing well. I don't know, that's what I genuinely assumed.
Yeah.
And so, that, when I saw you toss the ball, I was like, oh, he must... I'm like, maybe he just finished bogey or something, and he's mad that he threw away a really low round.
No,
that was where my head went.
So I don't know, I can count on my hand the number of times I've shot 80 at Honeybrook in the last couple years.
Yeah.
And this one, and so I was 1 over through 7.
Yeah.
And so I shot 11 over on my last 12 holes, right?
Yeah. 8, 9.
No,
Or
yeah.
11 holes.
Well, because 4 is closed, it really was 11
right.
holes. So it was 11 over through 11 holes.
Yeah.
I played bogey golf for 11 holes at Honeybrook. And Bryan, more importantly, I have now played in the last 5 days 63 holes of golf at Honeybrook, and I have not made a single birdie. That is not even possible. That's not even possible. 63 straight holes without a birdie at Honeybrook. What?
I don't know what to do with that.
I don't want to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't want to play golf anymore. I'm not having fun. I'm even working at it a little bit, and I enjoy the process, but this is not the process of a good golfer. And we just talked to Jake Rotelli, who plays for your team. I asked him how he played when I went. I didn't play. He goes, I played all right.
Yeah.
He goes, I haven't been playing this year much because we've been rebuilding a house and all this. And he shot 68.
Yeah.
So
16 pars, 2 birdies.
Yes. So I am just at a point where I'm just listen. At some point, you need to give up the idea that you're a good golfer when you're not a good golfer.
I don't like hearing this.
I accept. Okay, and so I'm not going to be dramatic. I'm going to acknowledge the things I need to acknowledge. Right? I'm a good golfer. Mm-hmm. I am a much better than average golfer. Mm-hmm. I have a peak that is better than 99% of all people. When I work really hard. I got elite hand talent. And I'm not a great golfer. I've played this whole year. I am a 4 handicap. We post this, I'm probably a 5 handicap. We're knocking good scores off at this point. I'm a 5 handicap. And that's not, you know what I've said to you a number of times? I've said in the past, I've said this. I've said if I ever became a 5 handicap, I'd quit golf.
Yeah.
And now I'm a 5 handicap and I want to quit golf.
Yeah.
I'm not having fun. I don't enjoy it. I don't care enough about being out in a field to play just garbage golf. I don't
Yeah.
want it. I don't want it.
I appreciate the honesty. Obviously, like many of our listeners are 5 handicap or higher,
Right.
and I know obviously you're not throwing shade at them. Everybody's journey in golf is relative, and so yeah, it's
Just let me clarify that for that purpose, because I
Yeah.
actually am not even. I know I have a no butt comedy and a snarky thing. I'm not even lightly throwing shade at 5 handicaps.
Right.
5 handicaps are good golfers. My point is that I've always joked that, not joked. Most of the people I golf with, I think, like golf for golf's sake more than me. A huge percentage of why I like golf is because I've always felt like I was good at it.
yeah,
And when I am struggling at it to the level that I'm struggling with it right now,
yeah,
and whether that's, and again, that's mostly, I've got the 2 kids, I'm not golfing much.
Right.
This is like my 10th round at Honeybrook this year. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there were years when I would have had 80 on the books by now, right?
yeah.
So just struggling like this, I'm not having fun. And so
Yeah.
it's like, and I'm like, so others would be just, so there's that, well, it's better than a day in the office mentality, and it is, of course.
Yeah.
But I am, so tomorrow I have to come back. I'm completely out of contention. I embarrassed myself in the first round. Embarrassed myself. And and honestly, if you'd seen the round, you'd be more embarrassed, not less embarrassed.
What did you shoot last year?
I don't even remember.
I don't either.
I
I didn't know if
genuinely
it was
don't
worse than last year or not. But
No, I think it's definitely worse than last year.
yeah, that's what I thought.
So I've embarrassed myself in the first round, and so I think most people here would just be like, well, come back tomorrow and it's a day on the golf course, and
Right.
I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I probably will. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but like I'm saying, like
Right.
I'm literally at a place where I'm like, I do not want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have any desire to come out here and try to salvage my 83 with a 75.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to shoot 68 tomorrow. I'm not in that place.
Right.
And I'm like, and so it's just like, I don't know. Or maybe I will. And you know what? Then I'll lose by 12. If I shoot.
Last thing I want to ask you, and then we'll put the mics away, eat, and you can process this. We'll talk about it later. I almost said something to you. I had this experience this past week where I played Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, I felt like I could do no wrong playing on course I'd never been at before. Shot 6 over 77. Felt really good about my game. Next day I went out, men's league final, and shot 86, and it felt like worse. And it was just like, going to the course, I felt the same. I felt the good vibes. But there was a little bit more on the line. There was actual cash on the line. And so on the way home, I had to be like, just admit it. Like, there was a little more at stake. Mm-hmm. And it just felt different. And I almost like put that out to you as a warning, like, hey, if it starts to feel different, like, that's okay. Like, I don't know. But then I just didn't know what the point of saying something to you like that was, so I didn't.
It is a weird thing because I don't know what to do with the fact that, like, I'm blanking out. Like, I don't know. I played in the U.S. Open and the USAM qualifiers.
Yeah.
And sitting here after shooting 82 in the Honeybrook Club Championship, it's embarrassing that I entered them. It's embarrassing that I shot basically the same score. I shot, and it's like, so what's funny is I've actually gotten fairly accustomed in the last couple years to very high pressure competition
Right.
situations and
Right.
playing like I play in those situations. And today felt like maybe it's just that, like, I've actually gotten used to playing in high stakes stuff where I don't know the people. So
Okay.
maybe it's that I care about people's perceptions around
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And so, like, this is obviously much less important than a U.S. Open qualifier. This is much less important than a USAM qualifier. This is much less important than a Philadelphia AM qualifier, you know. And for some reason, though, like, today I felt a little tight, maybe. And then, but again, I was holding it together and just felt like, oh yeah, you're gonna eat. When I was 1 over through 7, I was so optimistic because I'm like, hey, you're playing well.
You're doing what you need to do. You're not playing well. You're managing it well, and you're gonna play well.
Right.
And it's like you're not gonna play this bad the whole time. And then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and there were no adjustments to be made. So, yeah. So I'm sorry to be just such a downer. I am so down.
I mean, I think most people listening to this can relate to this on some level, in some way. So
I want it to be funny. But it's not funny.
No.
I'm depressed about it. I'm like, this sucks.
You care.
This sucks so much that I came out here and literally punted the entire tournament in 2 holes on 17 and 18. 2 really easy holes. I went double bogey on 3 easy holes. And just was like, okay, you're out. And then was like, okay, well, bear down and don't do it. Just play well. And it's like, no, you can't do that either. You can't even bear down. It's like, okay. So, well, thanks for coming, Bryan.
All right, let's eat some wings, and let's hope they give us some perspective on life.
All right.
So we ate our wings and headed home. Adam to process one of the more disappointing rounds of his life, and me to see if I could win my flight the next day in the Charter Cup. On Sunday morning, I was with the final threesome of the first flight, and things couldn't have started any better. I hit it to 6 feet on 1 and made birdie. Then I hit it to 4 feet on 2 and made birdie. Then on 3 from the right rough, I hit it to 12 feet. The birdie putt was a slippery left to righter, and I just missed it low, but tapped in for par. Then on the 4th tee box, we had to wait 5 minutes. And even though I felt good over the ball, I made a lousy swing. A shank, actually, which I rarely do. Penalty area, drop, 2 bad chips, a bad putt, and somehow I made a 10-footer for triple bogey. When I flew the green long and short-sided myself on 5, I started to get the feeling like this was going to be a nightmare round. But then I pitched it to 2 feet and saved par, and thought, no, maybe this is going to be a good day after all. Well, it wasn't. Over the next 10 holes, I had 2 top drives, 3 poor chips, 2 3-putts, and a ricochet off a tree out of bounds. I was 12 over through 14 holes, but I kept grinding, kept reminding myself that every stroke mattered and that there were other people out there having bad holes too. I ended up making a clutch 12-footer for bogey on 14, backed it up with a 15-footer for par on 15, then on 16, I chipped in from 35 yards away. I ended up finishing bogey par for an 83 that easily could have been an 88. It was bad, but good enough to get me 4th place in my flight and a number 4 seed in the club championship, which, unfortunately, it looks like I probably won't be able to play after all. Speaking of club championships, 5 days after Adam played round 2 of his, we finally were together again in the car on the way to a scramble, so I asked him how it went.
All right, Adam, so when we last left you, you were not in a good place, I would say. You had not had time to process a very disappointing 82 in the first round of the club championship. Here we sit now on our way to a very important scramble.
It's the most important scramble we've ever played.
It's been, what, almost a week? Or a week and a half? I lose track of time.
No, less than almost a week. It's less than, it's been like 5 days.
We need to know. The people need to know. How did this round 2 turn out for you? Because my prediction was that I was going to go from 79 to 82 in the Charter Cup, and you were going to go from 82 to 79 day 2 of the club championship, and you were like, oh no, it has to be way better than that.
Yeah. I also was like, it does not matter. And that is true. It does not matter. I'm going to preface this. Before I tell you about the second round of the club championship, I was right. It doesn't matter. They say you can't win a tournament on the first day, but you can lose it? Yeah. I lost it on the first day.
Yeah.
I fully lost that tournament.
Which you knew.
So, again, starting on 10, promptly bogeyed my first hole. I hit a good drive and a good second shot into 11.
Yeah.
And hit a good putt up to 1 foot, went, leaned to tap it in, and for the second straight day, missed a 1-footer. I missed 2 1-footers in the club championship.
That is wild and awful.
So I'm just immediately 2 over through 2, and I'm like, here we go. Here we go. But so at that point, I had played, I forget what I played my 66th hole of the week at Honeybrook, and on 12, I made a birdie.
Hey.
And
okay.
I broke the seal on birdies.
Yeah.
It's a few days after. I couldn't go hole by hole this very moment. Here's the deal. So I went 2 over through 2. I played the next 16 at 2 under, and I shot even par 70.
Let's go. Okay.
And so including a missed 1-foot putt.
Yeah.
So if I tap in that 1-footer, I shoot 69, and I wanted so badly all day to go 80-something, 60-something.
Yeah.
It's the only, because listen, it's only a moral victory.
Yeah.
But so I was a missed 1-footer from going 82-69 in the club championship, and had probably like a 20-foot putt on my 18th hole to indeed shoot 82-69. Just missed it. And 82-70, which is just the dumbest thing in the world. I don't. It's kind of weird because I actually had mixed feelings about. Obviously, it's better than not shooting 70.
Yeah.
Day 2. Okay, so there's no way I can tell you that it was worse. But it was almost like I was at a point after the 82 at which I was like, I really should maybe quit golf. like this is so dumb. And in reality, me shooting 70, did it mean, so I wound up, so first of all, rallied to, because of the 70, I took second net somehow. Don't even know how that works.
Crazy.
Ended up 82-70, which, equates to 76-76, was good enough for, I believe, 5th overall in gross.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, so it's funny because I'm like, okay, so you sort of salvaged something, and at the same time, I salvaged nothing. And it's like, I don't feel any closer after the 70 to feeling like I could have won.
Yeah.
Because even if I shot 70-70, I would have lost by 7. So it's not like me playing well was good enough, and then I almost lost to Barney. Can you believe that Yankees fan? That Yankees fan at the club? You know him?
I'm familiar with him.
Yeah. I almost lost to him on the first day.
I like Barney.
I like Barney too. I mean, he has very poor taste in baseball teams. His team, luckily, is heading towards the basement of the division. But yeah, so I mean, 82-70, Bryan. That's what happened.
I think we talked about this a little bit after the first round, and it was part of the reason why you talked about not only quitting golf, but potentially quitting living. Was because for you...
I only danced around it. I danced around it.
For you, golf isn't like primarily like, oh, this is my favorite hobby. Like, I just love being out there, and a bad day at golf is better than a good day of work. Like, it is a little bit that to you, but for you, I think primarily it's like, this is one of the things that one of the best things I'm good at in my life.
Yep.
And I want to keep pushing myself to see what I can achieve.
Yeah.
And if in these quote unquote important moments, if I keep underachieving, then why am I even doing this?
Yeah, I think everyone in my life sort of believes, like my family, they've been confused at times at my disproportionate love of golf.
Yeah.
I have always found it identity shaping. And I don't know why even. I don't even know why. I mean, I talked in that solo pod a little bit about it and what the things that made that true. Mm-hmm. But even in there, I'm talking about how it is disproportionate. I'm good at it. I'm not unbelievable at it. Mm-hmm. I'm not top 5 at Honeybrook good at it. So it's like, it's something where I don't even know what it means that I care so much, and I feel stupid sometimes that I care so much. And so when I care as much as I do, and I have genuinely worked hard at golf. I've genuinely worked hard at it.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
Yeah.
And it's like, and so when you show up on day one of the club championship, one of the only things that would really matter to me to win, that I could win anyway, and just lay an egg. And
By the way, keep an eye out for the mules.
I know the mules are coming. Did we talk about that on mic?
Maybe just on cold cuts.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that.
If I don't know if they're further back on this road or if they're over here, but anyway.
But so when I show up and in one of the only meaningful rounds play to a 14 handicap,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is all I have wasted my life. But that's what I feel. I feel like I wasted my life.
So much. I feel like it's so much pressure to put on yourself.
But it's true. I don't know. Like, it's not that I can't. It's not that I'm putting pressure on myself. I've worked hard at this.
Yeah.
I've identified myself by this. People see me as a good golfer.
Yeah.
And I want that.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't shy away from it. And so when you go be a 14 handicap in round one of the club championship at your home course,
Yeah.
that's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. There's no way around it. I know no one cares. It's embarrassing for me.
Right.
I don't think, although even there, you know what? No one cares. I admit that I know that no one cares about my golf game.
Yeah.
Okay. But at the same time, like when I told some of the leaders what I shot on day two, these are people who I have competed with in the past and felt like I was a part of, right?
Yeah.
When I said I shot 70 on day two, they were like, "You shot 70?" And I'm like, right, the 82 reduced their vision of what I am.
Yeah.
And so it's just true. It's like there's like in years past, if I had said I shot 70, no one would have given me that look. I understand that it was a little bit of the 82-70 combination.
Mules?
Is this the mule farm?
Yeah.
There they are.
There they are.
There they are. That's incredible.
2 mules.
There are 2 mules on
A lot
this
of times
road.
they're like right here.
So no, so on this ledge.
Yeah.
So when we last went to this, so we played the two-man better ball at Tanglewood.
Yes.
And day one, I drive out here, and those 2 mules are standing on the edge of that little thing,
Yeah.
dead still. They look fake. They look literally like they could be fake mules. And then we play a 5-hour golf round, make a 10 on 18. I'm driving in a better ball, Bryan.
Painful.
Make a 10, leave. I drive back. I'm furious. I am not doing well. Those mules are in the exact same spot on the exact same ledge, and I genuinely thought like we found a glitch in the Matrix. I don't like it was like there's no way those mules stood there all day. And I don't mean that they were on the same ledge. They were in exactly the same position. They were canted the same ways. I was like, am I dreaming? What is happening? And so now we mentioned the mules.
Yeah.
We're back to Tanglewood. And so they're not on the ledge, but even there, it's a little creepy, isn't it?
They're just like
They're
next to each other.
They're
in a
next
huge
to each
field.
other in a huge field, dead still.
Yeah.
Is this just how all mules are? Do I just know nothing about mules? I feel like mules are like very active. They're
Right.
like, you know.
Are we uncovering some type of mule sedation conspiracy
Oh.
where there's a farmer who's drugging mules?
Yeah, I hope
Not
not.
a not
I
a
hope
not
not.
a drug mule.
That's a mule drugger is just too dark for me to think about. I can't even.
And he doesn't do it for any good reason. He just wants them. They were
No.
too active.
They were too active. They were plowing fields too effectively.
It's like when your kids are just a little too rambunctious and you're like, I just wish I could snap my fingers and just like chill them out.
I don't know what that's like at all. I don't know what that is like.
But
at
you would
all.
never sedate your children with drugs. But he sedated
Just
his-
whiskey in the milk. That's fine, right? That's totally fine.
That way, last time I was at your house, you're like, Teddy, do you want some milk?
You want some milk?
Oh, it's Bernie milk.
Bernie milk.
Now it's all clicking.
That milk is a democratic socialist. Stupid. I think you should delete that.
Leaving it in. I think
you should delete that.
All right, so we got 8 minutes until we get there. Does this give you any perspective from shooting 8270, the low of it, the high of it? What is happening? Is there something happening with you in competitive rounds, or what's going on? What's
going on? I think overall, it just highlights that, this year in particular, I have not played the golf necessary to play competitive golf. It feels like half my rounds have been competitive, and it's close.
Yeah.
So I think I've played 35, 40 rounds of golf, and at least 15 of them have been competitive rounds in things that I actually cared about.
Yeah.
And so, genuinely, part of it is that I think I played 4 days in a row through the club championship, and for me, there's part of the reason I shot 70 on day 2 is because it was my 4th round of golf in a row.
Right.
And I'm okay, I'm actually sharpening.
Yeah.
You know. Again, the 82, it was just sort of. I'm borderline blanking on what even happened in that.
But I mean, you came off 40 plus holes of tons of pars.
Yeah.
Good putting.
Yeah. And so it was just that I think that 82 was so bad in multiple ways because I was not striking the ball well. And I was really encouraged through 7 holes because I was 1 over through 7.
Yeah.
I really held it together. And then I just sort of, so to shoot 82 when you're 1 over through 7, so I played full bogey golf for 11 holes. And I'm okay, that's not okay. I can almost imagine shooting 82 at Honeybrook, which is, it's hard. It's been a while since I shot 82 at Honeybrook.
Yeah.
But I can see how you just, lots of bogeys, maybe one blow up hole.
Yeah. And
it's okay, but no, that's not what happened. I was actually holding it together and played so awful for 11 holes. It's that's nuts. And so it was just, and I think I didn't check out. I stayed in it, but at the same time, there was a level of spiraling with that when it was just sort of okay, holding it together, not holding it together.
But your stated goal is you're going out to do well, to win these things. As we've talked about since we started this podcast, if I offered you the chance to shoot 20 75s in a row or 10 70s and 10 80s,
right,
you're taking the 10 70s every time.
Yes, absolutely.
You're not out there to try to grind out a lower scoring average for the year kind of thing.
Right.
And that makes sense to me.
Yeah, there was, and I will admit, and this is weakness. This is weakness, what I'm about to say, because boy, after shooting 70, how much more would I have loved 75-70 than 82-70?
Right.
But when I went, I believe I went. I can't remember right now. I think I went double to go from 1 over to 5 over in. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I went double to finish. So I was 1 over, and then I shoot 40 on the front. And I will fully admit that I didn't check. Again, I didn't check out, but I was the tournament's over. I just lost the tournament in 2 holes.
Yeah.
At 1 over, I still sort of had a chance. I didn't really have a chance, but I sort of did. And I'm no, there is no chance you're recovering from that double-double on 8-9. When have I ever gone double-double on 8-9? And it's
It's so interesting. I'll probably do some narration to talk about my second round of the
17-18, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Because it's not worth going over everything. But I started out, like I told you, I started out birdie in the final group. I was here we go. And then I made a par. And then on the 4th tee box, I shanked one, made triple. Then on the next hole, I had a great look into the green, the short par 4, and I flew the green under a tree. I was what is happening? Then I hit a miraculous short-sided pitch shot to a foot. and I somehow got away with par, but it just felt like the wheels were teetering,
Right.
and then they did in fact teeter. But here's my point of bringing that up is, at the turn, I heard this guy Carlos say that, mention that he had made a 9 on a hole.
Okay.
And I was like, something like clicked in me that was like, oh, like I kind of forgot there's other people out here grinding, making bad scores.
You're not the only one hitting bad shots here.
Right. And like, obviously, the fact that Carlos made a 9 was not going to increase my chances of winning the thing because the leaders weren't making 9s.
Right.
But there was just something about it. So my mantra, this is kind of ridiculous, but my mantra the whole back 9 was Carlos made a 9. Carlos made a 9.
Carlos made a 9. I like that. So stated mantras are something beautiful, like enjoy your life. And then next tournament, well, Carlos made a 9.
But and I continued to have I got a couple of really bad breaks, some terrible lies. I made a few bad swings, but every time I'm like, hey, Carlos made a 9. And my point in that was like, let's see if we can still, let's try to finish in the middle of the pack. Like, if I shoot 83, it's going to feel way better than 87, even though 83 sucks. And that's not what I wanted for today. And I ended up playing the last 4 holes in even par, including like a chip-in birdie. The other funny thing is Carlos ended up finishing at the very end of his flight because he also made a 12.
Oh, wow. Carlos made a 12.
So Carlos made a 12 as well. Shout out to Carlos. He was...
Carlos shot 21 over 2 holes.
Carlos, I think Carlos is like a 9 handicap. He just had a bad day out there. Or maybe a fun day.
I don't think... Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
But, yeah, I was happy that I did that because for me, that's kind of important to do, to grind out those rounds and to... I liked seeing, I think I finished 4th in my flight, and I was like, I like that. I'm happy with that.
We are currently driving by the site of the 10 we made in a better ball.
Yes.
Can I make a prediction for the scramble we're about to play?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We've got the club champion of Tanglewood, correct?
2-time club champion.
2-time club champion. You, me, and then someone on your golf team, is it?
Yeah, Brady Wiggins, who is a low single digit.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to get hot. We're going to shoot. I'm going to actually go with 57. Okay, we're going to go with 57 in this scramble.
Okay.
And we are going to get right to the end, and someone's going to come in with like a 52, and then I'm going to tell you on the way home that I never want to play in a scramble again.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. We actually did shoot 57 with our 4 mulligans each. And while no one else shot 52, like Adam predicted, there was one other team that came in at 57. There was, of course, a scorecard runoff for first place, and wouldn't you know it, Team Bag Chatter, along with the help of Brady Wiggins and Josh Lawson, won first place. Good job by us. And speaking of winners, this also happened.
Our longest drive for the ladies was Anna Sexton.
Bomber. She is a bomber.
All right, no worries. Awesome. Our longest drive for the men was Adam Shorey.
Yeah, that's right. Adam's first ever win in a longest drive competition of a scramble. Will it go on his golf resume that he's trying to build? Maybe. Is it enough to heal the wounds of his first round 82 in the club championship? Probably not. You know, we said at the start of this season that this would be the make or break year for the Bag Chatter podcast, and that is still very much in play. I think there's actually a decent chance that this is the last year that we do this. Adam hasn't been able to find the results he's wanted in competitive golf, and I'm very content with where I'm at right now, playing in club events, meeting new members, and enjoying the social aspects of the game. We're both going to continue to play a lot of golf this year and in the future, Lord willing, and we're both going to try to keep getting better. I just don't know if we're going to keep creating content around that. I just don't know if there's a whole lot more to say, if I'm honest. But again, we're going to keep playing golf, and at the very least, we're going to finish this season of Bag Chatter because there is more golf to be played and hopefully more stories to be told. Thanks as always for listening. Check out that article I mentioned in issue 33 of the Golfer's Journal, and we'll see you next time.